Welcome to the Healthy Lifestyle Show podcast. Our podcast is all about eating healthy, being active, and living a healthy lifestyle. We believe living healthy should be easy. That's why we have a free ebook at healthylifestyleformula.com, which can help you start your healthy lifestyle journey in easy-to-follow steps. Let's jump into this week's podcast topic and welcome our guest. Well, welcome back, Jay. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, yeah, and it's my pleasure. Today I'm excited to share how. So I'm really looking forward to talk about that.
Excellent. We're looking forward to hearing about it.
Sounds good. So, just as a reminder, but maybe before I do that, I just want to say hello to everybody over there who's watching and who's listening. So, thanks folks, for joining to this podcast. And this is a series, right?
Yep.
And we're talking today about how to eat healthy on a tight budget. And this is, I thought I had shared in the last week also that this is going to be in two parts.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to freshen up everybody's memory over here that I think last time I was talking about most of the software which is healthy or meal planning software are done normally only on certain parameters. So I'm going to talk some of that a little bit more today. I think I promised that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So since we're going to talk about how, before I talk about how, I think it's important for me to define what's the meaning of healthy. Because we're talking everything, healthy, eating healthy, healthy this, healthy that.
Yep.
What does it mean? Because you remember this question has been asked many a times. What do you mean by healthy?
Yeah.
Am I not eating healthy?
Yeah.
So I thought I should share that, the basic concept. So first of all, in layman's language, anything which we eat does have the nutritional value, the nutrients, minerals, vitamins, and all of the calories and everything, the fats, the proteins and all of that.
Yeah.
And that's basically how it's defined what's healthy. So if it's a kind of a healthy meal, then it defines how much each, how much is the calorie, how much is protein, how much is all of that. And when you eat, some of those crazy diets where you just want to go for, I call it crash diet.
Yeah.
Where you want to avoid, let's say, something is specific. I don't want to take any carbs, people say.
Yeah.
That's not healthy diet, just so you know. You're basically saying no to your body in order to lose weight.
Yeah.
And you're just avoiding one specific nutrient over there. That's not how the body is supposed to do. There are many smarter ways of losing weight.
Yeah.
By even eating healthy, you can still lose weight. So that's why I always personally insist everybody should eat healthy.
Yeah.
When my mom used to say, hey, you need to eat healthy. And she says, don't worry about putting weight, this and that, even when I was grown up and all that. And she said, you should never even worry about that because if you eat the right kind of food, you'll never put on the weight.
Yeah.
And she was right.
Yeah.
But another perspective which I want to bring it over here is you might have seen somebody eating a very small quantity of food versus somebody eating kind of a larger quantity of food. And you might have seen that even the person who's eating the larger, even in terms of carbs and all that, never putting any weight.
Yeah.
Right? You've seen that. Yeah. And somebody even like small quantity and they start putting on weight.
Yeah.
Why does that happen? And that's why it's all related back to healthy eating. That's why I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Some people, because of their lifestyle, their body is going to respond to whatever they eat, either in terms of storing or, expending that energy. Yeah. So if, like you and I, we have more of, I would say, desktop kind of lifestyle.
More sedentary.
And because of that, our needs are much lesser.
Yeah.
Compared to somebody who's working in the retail industry, because moving all the time.
Oh, yeah.
In every single moment you are spending some money, energy.
Yeah.
So their needs and our needs are going to be different.
Yeah.
And if we start comparing these two just because, hey, you're eating so much and I'm eating only this much and I'm still putting on weight, I think that would be a wrong comparison.
Yes.
What's healthy eating for me is going to be different what's healthy eating for that person.
Yeah.
So here it's basically, if my body needs 2,000 calories less every day, then I shouldn't be taking more than 2,000 calories. I'm trying to simplify over here.
Yeah.
But the real healthy is, like, it's not only 2,000 calories, how much I need in terms of carbs, how much I need in terms of proteins, how much I need in terms of fat.
Yeah.
And then even we can go down to the extreme level of minerals and vitamins, what my body needs as per that calorie requirement. That's what it's going to be healthy for me.
Yeah.
So I think I had mentioned during the last podcast that, first of all, everybody should use a meal planning software. No matter what kind of meal planning software you're using, make a choice. Go and join whatever meal planning software you like. Go ahead, start using it.
Yeah.
Why? Because first of all, as soon as you start putting all the information, the meal planning software is at least going to help you in terms of how many calories you need based on your lifestyle. Let's say you and I, we start becoming more and more active. Our calorie requirement is going to be different immediately. So it's not a static thing. It's more like if I start training for Ironman, my body needs different kind of food, different kind of calories, different kind of fat, different kind of all of that. Everything changes immediately as soon as I say I'm training for Ironman. So that's the reason why it's always a good practice to start using meal planning softwares. And a majority of, I should say 90 to 95%, meal planning software are based on calories, and some are based on calories plus defining how much carbs you need, how much fat you need, how much proteins you need. But nobody ever goes beyond that. Why? Because it's extremely tough. For that, you have to go to a nutritionist or a doctor. That, how much sodium I should be taking, how much cholesterol I should be taking, how much, all the vitamin Bs I should be taking. That's very, very tough. So that's why when my mom said that, hey, can you do something about it so that you make it easy for everybody to plan a healthy meal? And she said, if you can come up with a solution which defines on those 26 essential nutrients. Now, what are those 26 essential nutrients? Because it's hard to remember, so I'm going to give that list to you over here. First one is, of course, calories, the carbs, proteins, fats, and then it comes to the heart. So it's related to heart health. Those are sodium, cholesterol, saturated fat, fiber, omega-3, omega-6. Then it comes to the vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B9, B12, vitamin C, vitamin E. And then it comes to the minerals, which are potassium, magnesium, calcium, iron, copper, zinc, phosphorus, and selenium. So many, like every food, if you start breaking it down to this level, then you can start defining whether you're eating healthy or not. It's extremely tough.
Yes, it would be.
So when I started using Healthy Lifestyle Meals software, I saw that, everything is broken down over there into 26 essential nutrients. That's almost like, this is where if anybody uses that, they can plan their meals healthy. They don't have to go to a doctor. They don't have to go to a nutritionist and pay thousands and thousands of dollars to do that kind of meal planning. So imagine that situation. Yeah. It's like you're giving a power of healthy meal planning to everybody. Doesn't matter what their background is. So you don't have to spend money anymore now to do the healthy meal planning. Yeah. And so, we checked it out, and it's healthylifestylemeals.com. Yeah. You go there, and there's even a kind of a just $1 trial offer over there. Mm-hmm. Anybody can go and sign up over there for $1. You have nothing to lose, 30 days. Yeah. And what you can do is, this is something I found it very, very interesting, is that most of the meal planning software are defining your meals based on calories, as I said earlier. Yes. Now you imagine that on these 26 essential nutrients, your everyday meal is being defined. Yeah. It's almost like a dream come true. And, as soon as your situation changes, we talked about the desktop lifestyle versus, somebody might say, hey, I am a little bit active. Yeah. Somebody might say, I'm kind of moderately active. Yeah. And somebody might say, hey, I exercise every day. I move a lot. That's, and I, train every day. I will walk or run every day. I do, jogging, hiking, this and that. Yeah. It's like much more active. Yeah. You just have to define that over there. Besides providing your age and your weight, you could, that's important thing here is even you can use the software to start losing weight. So let's say you have 175 pounds today. Yeah. And you say, I want to target 150 pounds over 6 months, 8 months, whatever, or a year, whatever you plan. Yeah. Slow and steady is much better than, losing fast. Yeah. So plan that way rather than, losing few pounds in a month is much better than losing a big number. Yes. Your body can't take it. Mm-hmm. Your body is almost like giving a shock to your body. Yep. So, when I was planning for that, what kind of options I'm going to get for myself, approximately, let's say it's 2000 calories. Okay. And in order to get the meals for my needs, for 2000 calories, there are two options. One is there's a library of a variety of meal plans which have been stored by people like you and I. Yeah. Everybody who's using the software is storing, and it's accessible to everybody because you're not attaching name. Yeah. It's coming under your name, but it's available to others without showing who's using that. Yeah. So massive number of, like I got access to more than 5,000 meals. And when I'm saying meal plans means like what I should be taking in the morning. So breakfast, what I should be taking for lunch, what I should be taking for dinner. And in between the lunch, between lunch, dinner, of breakfast and lunch, any kind of snacking you are doing, then the software even gives those options also. So, and then as soon as I did that, I said, okay, let me look at some of those meal plans and see if it's balanced for my needs or not. Yeah. And as soon as I, selected some of those different meal plans for different days, everything was becoming green. So green means like they have a traffic light system. Yep. That means if it's green, that means all those 26 nutrients is defined as greens, means it's healthy for you. Yep. And if it's yellow, that means there's some kind of compromise. You can work on it and you can still make it green. Yep. And if you don't like, let's say, some specific food, like in my case, I wanted to remove all the meat and all that. Yep. There was just a click. I had to, click a button or click a box. and you say, I don't want to see anything related to this meat.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any seafood.
Yeah.
And everything was filtered out for me. And I say, you know what, I want, let's say, vegetarian stuff.
Yeah.
Or, I'm a vegan, let's say.
Yeah.
I'm not, but let's say I'm a vegan. People are. And I just have to, click on that box on vegetarian and remove the dairy items.
Yeah.
And most of those requirements you could see there that meets your personal needs.
Yeah.
So I am very happy, and I'm more than happy to recommend the software to everybody.
Yeah.
And there's so much to talk about in that software.
Yeah.
There's so many features that I think, even if I try to cover it in a day-long podcast like this,
yeah.
I can't do it. And again, talking and showing, it's totally different. When you see something inside the software, then you find that it's much better for you.
Yeah.
I think you can already sense the excitement.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to contain my excitement. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to share a little bit more. It's hard to talk about, everything what's there in the software.
Yeah.
But in the second part of this podcast, I would do my best to share a little bit more about, this is something which many people do ask, hey, I'm looking for low protein or high carb or high protein meals.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it, how easy it is to do it in that kind of a software which I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So don't settle down, do your research, check it out.
Yeah.
And only settle down for a software, meal planning software, which does work for you.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important that based on your research, if you find a better software than healthylifestylemeals.com, hey, go for that. But if, and then again, you have to keep it affordable because we are talking everything on a tight budget.
Yeah.
So, and this is an investment.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you can say one pizza a month kind of an investment, So, keep it that way and, use it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a power in using the software, not just having the software.
Yeah.
You can have the software, but if you don't use it, that it's of no use.
Yeah.
And, so go ahead, check it out. And hey, I'm looking forward. In the second episode of this, I'm going to share a little bit more about those features which are there, which I talked about, low calories, high calories, and those kind of things.
Yeah.
And, how easy it is over there. I'm going to walk it through. Of course, I can walk it through here. I can't show anything over here.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right?
Right.
So I'm looking forward for the second part of this podcast.
Yes.
And I'll be here next time wherever you need me.
Great. That sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thanks for coming in, Jay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again next time. If you want to start your healthy lifestyle journey, don't forget to get your free ebook at healthylifestyleformula.com to start your healthy lifestyle journey in easy to follow steps. This podcast is brought to you by healthylifestylepodcast.com. Welcome to the Healthy Lifestyle Show podcast. Our podcast is all about eating healthy, being active, and living a healthy lifestyle. We believe living healthy should be